One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll run this play from the pistol. The lone back's got it. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Booster, booster.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Sweep, sweep.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield is Carr. Here comes the heat. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Ready, go.
Throwing. Carr. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Right at the line. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Right side, it's Jackson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Say it. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march the ball 51 yards for the score, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Draw play, it's Walton. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I got to get under control. This fucking stick shift is killing me.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Check.
He's changing the play.
Return. Move. Go.
Here's Carr to throw. Finds his tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period.
Let's go.
Push is ahead. He just needed a yard on
What's the rules
3rd down,
here?
and there
4th
just
and 1?
wasn't any
4th
room
and
to
2
pick it
in
up.
College league.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready, go.
Carr to throw for it on 4th. Rush right in his
I've been
face.
what the fuck? I'm throwing
And
the
down
ball.
he goes.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see
this
most
shit
offenses
crazy,
be aggressive,
bro.
and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Makes a grab. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Reels it in. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Driving forward, it's Jackson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll send the back in motion. Say it. Let's it go to the end zone. Pick off. What a play by this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Second and long here.
Take it. Slide. Level. Down, ready. Go!
Carr. Out of the backfield, he's open. Runs through a man. He might have space. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Carr from the gun on third down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing, say it. They're working that left side. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Sayin from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Look out! And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Driven back.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Into the end zone for 6.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner is stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Left side is Mobley. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Return!
Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with Tulane taking on the number 18 team, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. And it's the Green Wave, eyeing their first win of the season. And it's been a tough start. There's no sugarcoating things. 3 games, 3 losses. Let's see if they can protect this lead. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll go play action with Sayet. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Say it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down.
Oh, my goodness.
Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
They'll give it to him again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Payne. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here's Saying to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 27-yard line, needed a little bit more to pick up that first down, and now they have a decision to make.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's third down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Saying. Out wide left, it's Roberts. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down, and of course, they're in field goal range.
Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Yep. They'll take the penalty and move them back.
Probably going to be the same. Jesus, we gotta get something going.
Right, here we go. That's what I do. Check. 2-2, ISO. 82-2, ISO. Let's go.
Delay to the back. It's Mobley. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Here we go, ready.
Throwing, Carr. Wide open downfield. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Dumps it to the back. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. C.J. Carr firing again. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Throwing, say it. And he avoids the sack.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Hits inside, it's Jackson. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Saying from the gun on third down. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Carr. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Long way to go on second down. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air again, Carr. Got him downfield. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quick give. It's Mobley. Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They'll run him again. Could be an alley. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. The give as they work on that clock. Knocked down immediately.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Spins away from the defense. Turning it on. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And this defense had him right where they wanted him, man. Great first down, great 2nd down, but then they just let up on 3rd down and they dropped back and they took care of the sticks. But you got to break on the football, go make that tackle. Man, that's a clutch conversion for this offense.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Say it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking for a man, it's Carr. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Right down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Inside 2 minutes to play. Defense still has a couple of timeouts, but one first down will probably salt this game away. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Now here's Sayet. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back to back.
Here's Sayet to throw. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. They'll need a bunch on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
It's hard to coaches this week. That's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Sayet from the gun on third down. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. Sayet rushes on. more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback changing the play.
Booster.
Moving the pocket, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Sweet. Bubba. Return. Let it go.
Throwing, Carr. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0.